So this video is going to be for my supporters and also my subscribers. I'm going to talk about the direction of the channel, what's going to happen. I just hit 4,000 hours and my 1,000 subscribers, so technically I can turn on ads and do all this membership and super chats and all that stuff. Now I want to talk about what the direction of this channel is going to be. One thing personally, when I watch YouTube videos, and I don't watch them that often, but I can't stand ads. So my goal on this channel is not to make money on YouTube. I just never quite understood the super chat thing. I get it, you know, you want to support people, but I just feel like it's more of a two-way street, and that way we both get something. You know, I can keep making money so I can keep making these videos, and hopefully you're getting products that you really enjoy and are beneficial to you. So 4,000 hours, it took me exactly 3 years to get here. Now I didn't do it full time. I kind of, my first year I just kind of learned about YouTube and I learned about cameras. I went and bought a $1,000 camera, I bought a $2,000 computer, I bought lights, everything. I'm finding out now that that was kind of not as important as just learning the craft. And I'm still learning, and I still have a long way to go. So this video is for you guys, the subscribers. Now I know there's people that are going to get on this channel and click right off. So only about 30 to 40% on average watch the videos all the way through. That means about 60% of people do not watch my videos. So eventually, hopefully, I will add value to them. But I think sometimes, you know, our thumbnails, they get people to click on and it isn't exactly what they were expecting. So my goal is to keep ads to a very minimum. Depending on how the website goes and how much people buy on that website, I'll try to keep those ads to a minimum, if not non-existent at all. I do not want to put ads on my videos, but if I can make a little bit of money. But here's the thing. I just went through this big old thing with international shipping with eBay. And I lost money on it. I mean, not a lot of money, but I did lose money, and we're a new business, so every penny counts at this point to try to get this off the ground and do this full time. But what's happened is when you put your fate in someone else's hands as far as business, you're kind of at their mercy. And that's kind of why I don't want to do ads and everything on YouTube, because I don't want to count on them for my income. I know there's a lot of guys on YouTube and they're very successful doing it, and that's fine. But I've always been creative, and I've always created, you know, products for myself. And what was happening was people are asking me for my products, so that's kind of why I launched the website. I don't want to make it that I'm just selling all the time. But if I don't make money doing this, then I probably won't make videos, and then you're going to get the average YouTube thing where it's just going to be full of ads, and you know. But one thing I am going to do is memberships, because I feel like there's people out there that, no, not guidance, that's not the right word, experience, because I make a lot of money with my fish. People drive from all over the United States. I got people come from California, Idaho, Wyoming, Nevada, Texas to buy my fish. And there's about 35 people that buy my fish. So that's one thing, you know, these fish do not last long. And that's one thing I want to do for the YouTube, because I've set it up where I can ship fish around the United States now. So the lower 48, and these are the blue-faced Namunda wild crossed with the red turquoise heckle domestic. And so right now I have these on my website, pack of 4 with shipping for $300. Now they will be ready in about 4 months, okay? So by purchasing them now, you'll guarantee, and it'll go in order. So the first to purchase will actually get the first pick, and I will show you the fish before I ship them to you, and you can pick them out yourself. And I've actually come up with a shipping company that's going to take care of everything, and then shipping, obviously. So you might say $300, that sounds like a lot. Well, it's going to be overnight shipping. So I'm not going to ship my fish today. It's going to be overnight. It's going to be probably FedEx. I have to pay for the material to ship it, but also the company that ships it for me, because I don't have time to ship fish. Now, no one buys the fish, that's fine. I'm okay with that, because I can sell, you know, there's 100 fish in here, and at 3 months I could sell them for a couple grand, $2,000 to $3,000, and I'll just do that over and over again. But people keep asking me on YouTube when they can buy my fish. Well, here's a chance, but it will be first come, first served. and the people that buy first will get first pick, and it'll be a list that I make up, and you will get to choose your fish. Now these guys are only 20 days old, and they're growing. They get fed 11 times a day. Now you're gonna say, whoa, what's up with that? So I've come up with a system where I touch the tank 3 times a day, but they get fed 11. Now it's all micro feedings, and this is important that they get food all day long, you know, because you do not want these fish to go hungry at this size. Now, in order to do 11 feedings a day, you can imagine the water changes. I have to do water change in the morning, and I do about an 80% in the morning, and then at night I do about a 50%. And they get the fulvic acid in there, and this is tap water. So your fish will come in full tap water. They will not. So this is about a 7, 8 to 8 pH, about 300 parts per million. And what I found is trying to raise fish in soft water is not optimal, because I don't think we can supplement the soft water enough for them to grow correctly, their skeletons and stuff. So the hard water works real well, and that's what you get them in. So this would support my channel too, and that would keep me from turning on ads. Now hitting 4,000 hours is kind of a goal in YouTube. That's just something that's 4,000 watch time hours in 1 year. So that's the requirement. And then you have to have 1,000 subscribers. Now I got 1,500, but like I said, I wasn't doing it 3 years straight. Basically, I started back up in a couple months ago, and I made up that 2,000 hours in that couple months. And it was just about putting out videos, and that was more just to see if I could do it. Yeah, I could turn on ads and I could make money doing that, but like I said, just like the eBay International, I do not like to put my business fate in someone else's hands. If I am not in control and being able to, you know, make those decisions, you know, the customs things international was crazy, because I would send it and eBay would return it because of something that that's the problem, is they wouldn't tell me what it was, and that's the frustrating thing. Now one day I hope to ship international, but that'll probably be when we're $1 million company, so in a couple years maybe. But I just think that having control is going to give you guys better value, but also make me more successful, so I can provide even more value on top of it. So memberships, yes, I will be making memberships. I'm not sure what they will be, but it'll be more one-on-one where I can teach you how to make money. Now, you know, my best year I probably made 100,000 on fish. That's probably my best year ever. This year I'll probably make 40,000, 30 to 40,000 on fish. Discus are really profitable. Rams are really profitable. Angelfish are profitable if you can find the right people and do not let them take over your room, because angelfish will take over a room really fast, so be careful with the angelfish. But the most profitable for me have been the discus. I think because they are tougher to breed and not many people can do it. So that's what my memberships would be, that is teaching you how I do this. And if you look here, there's about 100 here, but they're on more fry right now. They're fry are about 4 days old right now. Not a big spawn, probably like 50 or 60, but between, you know, 150 fish. So I'm going to cut it off at 10 orders. So that's 40 fish. There's 100 in here. That means 40, you know, that's 40 fish going out of this tank. I'm going to pick the top 6, and then it'll just go in order. Whoever orders will get the next choice. Now, what if they die and you put up the money? I will refund your money 100%. I will not ever take anything that you did not get from me. That would just be bad business. And I want to talk about sales. Yes, that means I will be doing more commercials on my videos as far as selling. So I will try to keep it to a minimum as far as sales. But like I said, this business doesn't grow unless you guys buy my stuff. Now, this last week I have been making new products. Now these are products I've had for 2 years that have just been kind of on the back burner, because what I didn't want to do is launch, you know, 100 products and just have it being overwhelming for me, but also to make sense for you. So I've kept it to 20 products. I just want to make this video for you guys that watch, know, like, and trust me, you know, and if you don't, that's fine. There's hundreds of channels out there. You guys can go anywhere you want. You know, I'm not trying to get subscribers. I'm not trying to sell to people that, you know, don't need my products. I'm just trying to take care of people that watch me and feel like they could gain value from my channel. So another thing I've done is I've dropped the Sheller Bell because I believe that's one of my better products. I think the Daily Delight is my best product and it's my top seller. But I don't think enough people are trying the Sheller Bell. So basically what I've done is I've offered it on my website for cost. It's $4.99. That's what it costs me to make it, all the materials, and then my time. I pay myself $1 a bell. That's for me to make the product. Now I'm gonna get a 3D machine or whatever. I'm looking into those right now so I can make it, you know, professionally made, and also I'm gonna get patents on it because I've had 2 people come in my room that are fish people and they're both lawyers, and they said that I should patent it. Not something I thought I'd ever do, but they highly suggest I do it, especially if I make my own version. So that's something that's in the works right now, and we're actually going into patent pending soon. So what's the real goal of the channel? The real goal is to help you guys make money doing this. Now I know there are channels that just do fish tours, and I'll be doing those, and I'll go to other places and I will you know, take videos of other tanks and stuff like that, just to break up the monotony, because I don't want to make it just about sell, sell, sell. That's not what this is about. But I like these videos to go on in the future. Even when I'm gone, I would love to have these videos. Now I'm not saying that YouTube's going to be around forever. I don't know that, but you know, just as even my great-grandchildren or something, if they can watch on video and see what I did in my spare time, and something I really enjoy doing. And I'm very passionate about this. It's something I've done almost my whole life. I bred Discus when I was 20, and I was reading Jack Watley, Bernard Dagan books. Basically, I just read books and read tons of books on Discus, and I did it. And this was in California with super hard water, but I was able to use catappa leaves and stuff like that and bring the pH way down. But I also had great mentors that helped me. You know, John Neiman's was a big one. He was the first guy that introduced me to a fish room, you know, 20 years old, and I walked into his fish room that not many people were allowed to go into. I got in through my little brother, and he had 100-gallon tanks. I was just blown away. And to that day, I was hooked. And he would actually catch fish in Tanganyika and go to the Amazon and bring stuff home, and he would give me it and stuff to breed, and it was just amazing for me. And that's something I like to pass on because it was taught to me, and I love to, you know, it was one-on-one, but here I can do 1 on 100, 1 on 1,000. So memberships are definitely in the future. I'm going to try to keep them real minimal, but also I want, you know, you guys to have access, and basically what I will do is just do videos for members only. So one thing I want to talk about these guys is because we're breeding more of a wild type fish and a little bit higher quality fish, the defect rate is almost non-existent. I think in the last 3 spawns, I've had to call 3 fish. So it's about, you know, I would say 1% or less. Now with the domestics, it was getting crazy. It was like 20-30% call rates. Different eye sizes, chipped fins, belly sliders, missing pectorials, blind in one eye, just forehead concaves. There was all kinds of issues, and that's from major inbreeding. So that's what I really like about these fish. Obviously I like the fish because they're just amazing looking and they're more natural to me. But I seen in this one the other day, I really took a close look at them. I see 1 fish that's a belly slider. So out of the 100, I'll probably have 1 call. But I'm going to let them ride out because sometimes they correct that, but usually they don't. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, enjoy breeding these type much better just because of the survival rate, the durability, and not having to cull fish, because that's no fun as a breeder. You know, when you get 100 fish and you got to cull 20 of them, it kind of makes you want to just stop doing it because it's just not fun to kill animals. And it's nothing that I do or we do as hobbyists. It's just that we can't put those fish out in the public because then you're basically degrading, you know, the animal. But also with the belly sliders, what happens is they live for a while and they start to lose their girth because they're expending so much energy. But after a while, what happens is they just give up and they start laying on their sides. And when they do that, they get infections and stuff. So it's hard to watch. So it's just better to call them early. But like I said, I'm going to give this guy a couple more weeks because he's keeping up with the other fish as far as his size and stuff. But and he's always on the move. But eventually that'll catch up with him. So we'll see. I've seen it correct itself, but very rarely. So, you know, let's hope. All right, guys. So 3 years, 4,000 hours, 1,500 subscribers, almost 100 videos. So I've learned a lot making videos. It's been pretty cool. It's something that I thought I would never do. As a kid, I was very shy, and I just never really thought of myself doing something like this. And it was a bet, and that's why I did it. It's been quite a journey, and I kind of went all in with my equipment, and I started and stopped and everything like that. But it's just fun now because I can click on the camera and I can talk to you, and you know, there's certain people that contact me all the time through YouTube, and I really enjoy that. Sometimes I'm not having a good day, or something's going wrong at work or something, so I can't get to it right away, or I might be a little short when I answer, and I'm sorry about that. But I got a lot going on because I'm moving out of that business, but still running that business and moving more into this business. I just want to thank everybody that's bought stuff off my website. It's blown me away, because if you would think best case, worst case, and you know, worst case, obviously no one buys it, and best case, people are actually interested and give you good feedback, it's definitely best case. So I appreciate it, guys. And there's tons more products. Everything you see in this room, most of this stuff I make myself, just because I can't stand the products on the market. Now obviously you got hang-on backs and stuff like that I use, and sponge filters. You know, that stuff's pretty standard. But most of the food, oh man, I was just getting so frustrated. And what I'm finding with my foods and the fulvic acid is basically disease has been banished. I just don't get diseases anymore. Now I do treat, but I'm almost thinking, and this is something I'll experiment with the next year or two, is a mixture between the fulvic and the salt. There might be something there. Viruses, and most viruses can't be treated anyways. So I think it's immune system. So, but with the fulvic and the salt, I think it just boosts that immune system. And you know, that'll be an update in a year or two maybe. And I gotta get sick fish to try that, because nothing in my room is sick, and my tanks are getting full. And what's nice about doing it the way I do it is we empty all the tanks and sell them, and then we breed and we fill up every tank, and we just keep doing that. And you know, next year I hope to do 100,000 in my room just breeding fish. So that's kind of my goal next year. 35 tanks, no more, no less. 35, that'll be the goal. And what I'm doing is I'm really honing it down to stuff that makes money. Now, is it still fun? It's absolutely fun. I figured out the other day, I was thinking about it. In my room, every year I put in about 700 hours. Okay, that's about an average, I figure, 700 hours. Now that sounds like a lot, right? But if you think of a full-time job, it's a little more than double of that, and you're lucky to make 100K doing a job these days, especially working for someone else. So that'll be my goal for 2025, is 100,000 in my room breeding fish. So that's why I think memberships are very important, because if I can teach other people to do that, that'll be huge for me. Because you know, I was taught how to do this by somebody that was really knowledgeable in the hobby, and that is something that I feel I can give value. So, you know, and the foods, there's more foods coming. I just don't want to oversaturate my website right now, because when I started I was a little heavy and it was getting confusing for me, but also I have no employees. It's just me doing everything. So I don't want to overwhelm myself packing orders, right? I want to have everything set up. When an order comes in, I pack it, it goes out. It takes me 10 minutes to pack an order max, okay? Alright guys, that's it. So if you want to see where this journey started, my very first video, and it's bad, but check it out. It's right here. It's gonna kind of be a little different. I think I did it on an iPad, and but check it out. Alright, take care guys.